guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back again to guys with Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 5 of season 2.
The last episode of the flashback arc with Gojo and Geto when they were students.
We still have a lot of questions.
Yeah, last episode, so Riko's dead, she's been killed by Toji. Toji fought Geto, managed to win because, Toji showed up with knowledge about the sorcerers, their techniques. He came prepared. He has no cursed energy. He was cast out of the Zenin clan and he had this hatred, this jealousy for sorcerers with techniques and cursed energy. So he basically turned himself into this weapon who could kill sorcerers. There was a brief moment where he did mention Megumi as this blessing that came into his life, but it seems like...
It was short, but it was there.
Yeah, it seems like, he had his son and he thought he had left behind all of these negative emotions, but no, they were still there. And he finished the mission, and when he left, he saw Gojo, who was still alive. He had unlocked his red technique, basically.
He had unlocked his power.
Yeah, and he was just on another level, feeling life, seeing life, in another way. He felt like a fucking god, and Toji, that brought back all of his negative emotions, so he fought Gojo despite feeling off about the situation, and he was killed. He did send Gojo after Megumi, though, so he set him on the path to
Should
save
we
his son.
thank him for that?
I guess, he
you.
was a villain, but he did have good emotions when it comes to his son.
Most of it,
He was still not there to, take care of him, but you can give him that. That's a good point. But the ending there, Gojo just doesn't seem to care right now about people. He's still on his high, or at least he was on his high at the end of the episode, and Geto just feels off about the whole thing. He's seeing, his friend there. He doesn't recognize him almost. He's seeing people clap. They don't understand, what's going on, but they're like, ha ha ha, yay. Still, he seems to be like, we need a reason to attack people and stuff. Like when we have this power, we need a reason to use it. So what's gonna change there? We have ideas, but we need to see what happens. Like, what's that day? Was it that day? I don't know. We need to see into his mind. So let's do just that.
Man.
Let's jump in this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions, you guys.
In the meantime, let's go.
And what's going to happen with Tengen if he doesn't have a vessel anymore? Can they use someone else? Is Nanami gonna come back?
1 year later.
行くよ
いけるね。
ー。
術式対象の自動選択か。そう。今までマニュアルでやってたのを磁力の強弱だけじゃなく、質量、速度、形状からも。
At least he seems to be back to himself a little bit. It's good.
これなら最小限のリソースで。
出しっぱなんて脳が焼き切れるよ。
自己補完の範疇で反転術式も回し続ける。いつでも新鮮な脳をお届けで。
Okay. It really opened a lot of possibilities for him.
サトルは最強になった。ちょっと痩せな。大丈夫か？
No, he's not okay.
全て一人でこなす。
He moved on, man.
必然的に私も一人になることが増えた。大丈夫。
He's going through something.
And Gojo is not there to see it.
That day is coming.
払う、取り込む、その繰り返し。みんなは知らない呪霊の味。吐砂物を処理した雑巾を丸飲みしているような。
It never left him.
誰のために。
That's your answer then? All the resentment?
He still had those ideals, but yeah.
自分に言い聞かせている。私が見たものは何も珍しくない。知った上で、私は術師として人々を
He's gonna change that. Okay. These mindless followers that don't understand. Yeah.
ブレるな。術師としての責任を果たせ。
I think your mind broke, man.
サルメ。
Just like Toji. And really, they were also clapping the fact that the girl was dead and they were still clapping. There's that too. Unforgivable.
明日の任務、結構遠出なんですよ。そうか。
He looks so tired. It's like this foreboding feeling that he's gonna snap.
辛くないか。
自分はあまり物事を深く考えないたちなので、自分にできることを精一杯頑張るのは。
Oh, when it's that easy.
君がゲト君どんな女がタイプかな？
Are you related to Todo?
どちら様です
She might be the one who find Inya.
I think it is her.
It's her.
どちら様？
特級術師つくもゆき。
あなたが
お、いいね。どの
特級のくせに任務を全く受けず海外をプラプラしているろくでなしの
Yeah, that's
私
her.
光線って嫌い。ここの人たちがやってるのは対症療法、私は原因療法がしたいの。呪霊を狩るんじゃなくて呪霊の生まれない世界を作ろうよってこと。
That's good.
そもそも呪霊とは何かな？
Bad
人間
emotions.
から漏出した呪力が鬼のように積み重なり
すると呪霊の生まれない世界の作り方は
Get rid of the people.
全人類から呪力をなくす。全人類に呪力のコントロールを可能にさせる、結構いい線いくと思ったんだ。モデルケースもいたしね。全員当時は呪力ゼロにもかかわらず五感で呪霊を認識できた。
Yep.
肉体は一線を画し逆に呪いの体制を得たんだよ彼は。まさに超人。
One of a
まあ
kind.
ことは彼を研究したかったが振られてしまってね。転用呪縛はサンプルも少ないし私の今の本命は2だね。知ってる？術師からは呪霊は生まれないんだよ。
So he's gonna want to destroy everyone who's not a Jujutsu sorcerer?
術師は呪力の漏出が非術師に比べ極端に少ない。
You kind of gave him an opportunity to turn into the villain here, man.
術師の呪力は本人の中を全人類が術師になれば呪いは生まれない。
But he's not gonna wait for a solution. He's just gonna be like,
死にすれば
yeah.
いいじゃないですか。
No, that's not what I meant.
それはありだ。というか多分それが一番イージーだ。
Don't give him
非
ideas.
術師生存戦略として術師に適応してもらう。鳥たちが翼を得たように恐怖や危機感を使ってね。
Fuck
だって残
yeah.
念ながら私はそこまで。
He is.
He will be.
非術師は嫌いかい？
Those
わ
monkeys.
からないんです。
It's getting
事
there.
実はでも最近私の中で非術師の価値のようなものが揺らいでいます。弱者ゆえの尊さ、弱者ゆえの醜さ、その分別と受領ができなくなってしまっている。
We're kind of mimicking the sound.
術師というマラソンゲーム、その果てのビジョンがあまりに曖昧で何が本音かわからない。
どちらも本音じゃないよ。非術師を見下す君、それを否定する君、これらはただの思考された可能性だ。どちらを本音にするのかは君がこれから選択するんだよ。
He was trying to do a good thing, but
本当はご条
I don't think it
件
helped.
したかったけど
I mean, something might happen to you really make him choose.
聖書体のことは気にしなくていい。もう一人別の聖書体がいたか、すでに新しい聖書体が生まれたのか、天元は安定して
Thanks
いる
for
よ。
that.
So her death was.
Meaningless.
Yeah. She died for nothing. Nice. Really
な
nice.
んてことはない二級呪霊の
He died?
くそ一級案件だ。
Jesus, man. Sleep.
今はとにかく休め。任務は悟が引き継いだ。
Yep.
No.
術師というマラソンゲーム、
The gains don't
その果てにある
justify the losses.
仲間の屍の山だとしたら
He's seen people he cares about die for the sake of people he doesn't care about. He would rebel.
こ
Okay.
れは何ですか？
He's starting. Yep.
違います。
The birth of the villain we know.
私が取り除きました。
Oh my god.
非術師を見下す君、それを否定する君。
He's gonna make that choice right now.
I love the two shadows. Yep. They don't understand it, so they will lash out at anyone who's different, and he's done. Oh, that's how you make the birth of a villain. I like
No
that.
wonder he got expelled.
Yeah, 100 people he killed, they said.
Yeah.
112. Yeah.
And you need to do it.
He never saw that coming.
集落の人間を見
Was
る
it there?
出ますよ。
スグルの実家はすでにもぬけの殻だった。おそらく両親も手に入
なわけねえだろ。
何が何だかわからんのだ。
That's what happens when you don't pay attention. A lot can happen in someone's mind.
Oh shit.
いるかい？いや、
Automatically he seems better.
何かよ。
He's made his choice, so he's no longer tormented.
冤罪だったりする？
ないね。
なんで？
術師だけの世界を作るんだ。誰でも彼でも理解してほしいとは思わないさ。
It's so sad. Yeah, he's here, by the way.
あ、五条、ゲトいたよ。
We need to talk. He's gonna set on a path of his own. Gojo's not gonna be able to
説明
follow.
しろ。翔子から聞いただろ。術師以外殺すってか。親も。親だけ特別というわけにはいかないだろう。
Oh,
それにもう私の家族はあの人たちだけじゃない。意味ない殺しはしねえんじゃなかったのか。
There is a point.
意義もね。非術師殺して術師だけの世界を作る。できもしねえことをせこせこやんの意味ねえっつんだよ。傲慢だ。あ
Ah.
あ、君にならできるだろう。
Yeah, but that's not.
自分にできることを人にはできやしないと言い聞かせるのか。君は五条悟だから最強なのか。
Oh, the
最強だから
fucking
五
full
条悟
circle.
なのか。もし私が君になれるのなら、この馬鹿げた理想も地に足がつくと思わないか。生き方は決めた。あとは自分にできることを精一杯やるさ。
Oh, shit.
Hands the movie, hands the first season.
Nope, he's not.
Can you do it against your best friend?
殺したければ殺せ。それには意味がある。
Ah, this is so well written. This is so good and so sad.
俺強いよね。俺だけ強くてもダメらしいよ。
That's true.
俺が救えるのは他人に救われる準備があるやつだけだ。
Can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. That's
この
also
聖教
true.
は解体されたはずだ。
別の団体でも根っこは同じさ。本当にその格好で出るのか。
ハったりは大事だ。
ゲト様。
よく見てください。
Found his new family too.
皆さん、お待たせしました。今この瞬間からこの団体は私のもので
And
す。
he already knows they would be following people without asking questions, so many of them,
困り
they
ま
all
したね
died.
その皆さん、
persuasive.
よろしければ壇上へ。
He's gonna show them power. He knows they'll run.
さて、
あ
改めて私に従え。それが私の選んだ本音。されども。
I don't think many object after that.
No, that's the thing. They saw
め
power.
ぐみくんだよね。
My boy.
あんた誰？
What do you want, bitch?
何その顔？
Yeah.
そっくりだなと。ところで君のお父さんさ、全員っていう呪術師の家系なんだけど、見える側だし、持ってる側でしょ。全員家は才能大好き。めぐみくんはさ、君のお父さんが全員家に対して取っておいた最高のカードだったんだよ。そのお父さんなんだけど、僕がこれ。
別に。
Oh, he
こ
okay.
いつがどこで何年も会ってないから顔も覚えてない。積み木の母親も少し前から帰ってない。もう俺たちは用済みで、二人でよろしくやってるってことだろう。
本当に
He's
すごい。
mature beyond his years. Well, he kind of had to grow up
お父
fast.
さんのこと知りたくなったらいつでも聞いて。
I do wonder if they'll ever have that conversation.
全員家行きたい？
そこに行けば積み木は幸せになれるのか。
ない。100もない。オッケ
He
ー。
definitely know. He knew though, like.
でもめぐみくんには多少無理してもらうかも。強くなってよ。僕に置いていかれないくらい。
You're asking me the impossible.
We're coming back to our timeline
五
slowly.
条先生。
You're all grown up.
ちょっとその椅子高いやつでしょ。
あ、来る。次俺だ。
I
何
miss
がやっ
them.
てんすか。別に。
He dreamt of his past.
I've just had a really, really long dream. So that's how he went bad.
This is one of the best in a while that I've seen, birth of a villain ever.
Yeah.
This was so well written and so realistic. We don't see, even us, we didn't see how it came to be until it came to be. And everything made sense. If you think about it, everything made sense. It's just action, consequences, and 1 year of thinking about it, having those feelings unchecked, because this is also what happens in this world. Jujutsu sorcerers, they are expected to do their job, but no one really gives a shit what happens later.
You know what might have maybe contribute to that? the fact that since Gojo ascended to this high level
He
of his
moved
own
on.
power,
Yeah.
he moved on and he left his best friend behind, alone with his thoughts.
He wasn't there to notice something was going on. Like, he noticed he lost a little weight, but like, did you see the guy? It was really bad. But yeah, I think it's a lot of little things that led to big things. He had this mentality of saving the weak, but he lost respect for the weak. Those people who would clap the death of a young girl, the powerful without understanding what it is. They don't know shit about that, but they would meddle with them. They would try to play with them. They don't, in his mind, they don't deserve to be saved because they don't bring anything but the death of his friends. Mm-hmm. So saving them when there's no point for him, yeah, that just lost all of its appeal. There's no reason for him to keep doing that. And when he does it, he feels bad. He loses friends. He fucking suffers while he described when he eats curses and stuff like as a very shitty experience. So all of this negativity, for the sake of people, he doesn't respect anymore because they don't deserve to be respected according to him. So no fucking wonder he'd be like, oh, well, how about, let's find a way to make it not necessary for Jujutsu sorcerers to do their job. Let's find a way to have a better world. And it's also like the whole thing, like coming from her, the whole idea of making a better world, it's just that you take that and you twist it. The way you do it is very important, and he chose a way to do it that is intense, radical. It's all, coming from emotions that you can understand, you can relate to, like just those two girls who were not responsible. Like, we didn't even know in the movie, it sounded like they were responsible for bad shit happening, the death of people, but no, from what we saw in this episode, they were blamed because they were different, and he took care of the curse that caused the accident or the deaths.
But since people are afraid of differences
and they don't know about
curses,
curses,
that they don't understand,
they don't see the curses, so they would be judging the ones that do see them, because they're like, you're different, so you must be responsible. They're not gonna judge an invisible being.
They're basically like Yuta in the movie, right? He had a curse with him. Riko, that's her name? Or
no, Riko was the girl, the vessel.
I mean,
Ruka? Yeah,
Rika.
we know where.
Yeah, he's cursed. People assume that he was the one doing the bad shit every single time. So
you would be thinking that if we don't see the curse.
With those two girls, it's pretty much the same thing.
So he was done fighting and suffering for those who don't understand, those who can't see, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna protect those who are like me, those who don't deserve to be judged and
by curses that you monkeys created.
And that's that too. They are the origin of those curses. So basically, in his mind, they are the problem completely. If you get rid of those who create the curses, you get rid of not only the problems for the Jujutsu sorcerers, so the job, but you also get rid of the people who judge Jujutsu sorcerers for seeing those curses. They are only victims. I mean, they are sort of, if you think about it. It is true that it's just that you can't really blame someone for not understanding the Jujutsu world if they don't see it. That's the whole thing.
You also cannot blame them for creating curses if they cannot control it.
That's the thing, but he'd rather go all out, get rid of them. In his mind, it is justified, and this episode really makes me understand him a lot more. It's just sad because, we don't agree, of course, but we haven't suffered like he has. So we're kind of like Gojo, like we don't really want to see him die. Well, he's dead now. He's still around in Jujutsu though. So
what you're saying, you think that he might have that after the movie?
I thought about that because I forgot, but in Jujutsu Kaisen, he does have this huge scar on his forehead. So I'm like, is he dead? And it's not him?
Someone take another brain and put it inside him, so he's like,
maybe anime.
Anime.
But we're literally like Gojo. We're seeing the old Geto with all of his way of thinking, all of his principles and stuff. And we understand now how he went from that to this. We don't want to punish him, but if he is willing to kill people, his family even.
Because he cannot make any exception.
And I get that. Like, now I understand why Gojo said, I trusted you not to kill Jujutsu sorcerers for no reason. We judged that a lot in the movie, but now I kind of understand why he said that. I would almost trust Geto not to do that shit too, you know? It's just so sad to see how a guy like that can be broken beyond saving. And Gojo was right, like, you can't save a guy who doesn't want to be saved. He is so much better now that he's accepted this path. Like, he sleeps, he seems happier. He's found a purpose again, and he's not constantly fighting with himself. So there's no way, like, he doesn't want to be saved from that. He doesn't believe he has to be saved. So there's nothing you can do. It's fucking sad.
It is fucking sad.
And with Gojo, it's also like, this whole fucking situation changed him. Like, Gojo turned into a guy who's like, despite his strength, sorry, I'm just...
No, go ahead.
Despite his strength, can't do the one thing he wishes he could do, which is save his best friend. That really puts it, you know, that in a way, I said earlier, at last episode, or the one before that, I said that being beaten by Toji perhaps brought him down a couple notches, but instead it evolved, like, it made his power evolve. It gave him the possibility to go beyond what he could do, and he turned into this badass sorcerer, but still,
I think,
all the power in the world.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing, that it's not
Brought him
because
down.
you have all this strength and you all this power that you cannot be powerless. You know?
I think, yeah, that's the thing that keeps him grounded a little bit. Like, you have that strength, but doesn't mean you can do anything. So don't take anything for granted. This is really well written. This whole episode, I think, was really, really good. And the whole meeting with Megumi too, how basically Gojo started the whole thing. Now we know a lot more, so we have our answer about why Megumi doesn't know what happened to his dad. He doesn't care.
But I mean, good for him.
If he ever asked, though, I want to see that conversation.
You killed my dad?
Well, if there's a reason why he wasn't there, it's not because he abandoned you, it's because he's dead.
Well,
he did leave,
He
but
did abandon him at the beginning.
But still, like, it's not... He always assumed that his dad was somewhere else, just living his life, and he didn't give a shit, but he's dead. So that explains a lot. I don't know if he would... I don't know how he would take it. Megumi is very rational, and like, his emotions take over a lot of... Well, he's rational until his emotions get in the way.
I mean,
you know,
could explain to him that he attacked me first. He stabbed me from
But that's... Well,
back,
like
from
Gojo
the
said,
front.
it would be a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But I want to see that if it ever happens.
He granted me all of this power. He granted me the possibility to transcend
I love how Gojo...
what was possible to do.
I really love how Gojo was like... deep down, like, he wanted Megumi. Like, I think he sees the potential in Megumi, considering who his dad was. He is sort of grooming him to become very strong. Like, he wants to prepare...
Don't say grooming. That's...
Well,
not a
in
good
a way,
word.
it's not in that way, but, like, he is... I think he's... Gojo being Gojo, I think he is targeting kids with a lot of potential in order to create a next generation of very strong sorcerers, so he can prevent what happened with Suguru again, you know?
Yeah.
I think he wants to... Like, if he was everywhere, if he had been, you know, capable of protecting everyone at the time, he would have done it, but he couldn't. So by having a next generation of sorcerers who not only, you know, fuck the school, like, he's the same as the girl we saw in the episode, like, he doesn't like the rules of the school because they don't want to allow evolution when it comes to their rules and their sorcerers. So I think he wants to create a generation of sorcerers that can keep up, that can be just as strong, if not eventually. I don't think anyone can surpass Gojo, but who knows?
No, I don't think.
It's still, like, it would be crazy, but I think that's his goal, to create a generation of sorcerers that are strong enough to stop stuff like that from happening, save everyone. And, I mean, even, you know, it's not necessarily good, like Geto said it himself, if he had the power that Gojo had, he could do what he wanted to do easily. And the whole, you know, you're only asking me those questions because you think I can't do it. But if I was you, there would not be, like, you say it's impossible, but if I was you, it would be possible. So who are you to say it's not possible? So, like, allowing all these strong people to grow and But then again, you get into the elders at the school's mentality. Like, if you allow them to grow into their potential, you risk having people you can control.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. It's interesting because, like, it makes me understand maybe the elders a little bit, but I like Gojo's way of doing things. Like, I would rather they grow into their potential and use it well, but it's at the risk of eventually creating another enemy like Geto.
Yeah.
I like that.
I just want to go back to what happened to Riko-chan.
She died.
Yeah, she died. But the fact that we learned that, don't worry about Tengen. Yeah, there was another vessel, so it doesn't matter if she died. The ritual still was okay at the end of it. So she died for nothing.
Or even, like, you could have let her live her life. Someone else could have taken her spot. That's the thing. It's all meaningless. It's a stab that we didn't need. And a twist of the knife that we definitely didn't need.
I mean, it was technically brushed off quickly with what was going on, but
it helped him down the path that he chose eventually. It cemented even more his hatred for these rules, for this system. He wants to change things. But now we're gonna go back to our team. We understand Gojo a lot more now. We know where he comes from a little bit. It was a really, really good arc flashback. It was really short. Prequel, thank you. Yeah.
Basically prequel.
I like that we got this. Because Gojo is not we hang out with Gojo a lot, but it's not his story right now. It's the student's story. So there are not many opportunities to learn more about him. So to have that be entirely about how he changed.
I mean, when Gojo is on screen, it's pretty much because he's being badass against an enemy or he's being goofy with his students.
But it makes us understand how he got there.
Yeah.
And it makes us understand it's like I talked about his relationship with Megumi, just that, why he got into his life, why he brought him to the school. Even like we saw him, how he was like definitely saying, nope, she's not gonna be free or have fun at all if you go to the Zenin clan. Like the Zenin clan is the type that casts you out if you can do shit with the sorcerers, and it's not necessarily a good thing. So, and it's also because I think deep down he really wanted him to say no to the Zenin clan. But it puts into shows us a lot more about his relationship with him, and we also know his relationship with Itadori. So I like that we got to learn a bit more about him and about Geto, who I'm still at odds with the whole, did Gojo let him live? Or, because it looks like he killed him, that he let him die and it's over, but then how the fuck is he's still there? If it's still him, then at least now we know his backstory and we know how he got there. If it's not him, how is that possible?
I'm gonna bet that he's still alive and that it's him.
But that means Gojo let him live. He couldn't kill him again. We'll see.
We'll see.
A lot of questions, but we'll see. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
Yep, and if you don't want to, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon. So keep an eye for it.
Yes. Bye.
Bye guys.